everyone, it's Sugar Red Cat. Welcome back to another video. Today I will be designing a spider suit for Leviathan. Now, Leviathan's was a little tricky. I wanted to kind of distinguish him a bit from his brothers since, let's face it, I did kind of follow like the same suit-esque look for both of them. And I wanted to give him a jacket that would closely align with his regular form. Well, also just his everyday clothes in the game. He wears this really long jacket. Now I did crop it because I felt like if it was as long as it usually was, it would have been a bit of a hazard. To differentiate him even more, I kept the large window on his abs from his demon form, and I also spiraled his web design on his leg in a tail pattern because canonically he does have a tail in his demon form, so I thought that would be an interesting choice. Now I did add some stripes and I wanted to keep that in line with the rest of his design in his human form and just have that there. The shoes are sneakers because Levi constantly wears trainers and I thought that would be like a little fun nod to his normal look. Now with his mask, I did add some little diamonds on the side because I want them to kind of imitate the scales he has on his neck in his demon form and on his tail. I also put some orange webbing on the mask because orange is the color of his sin. I know I didn't follow that for Memon because I gave him white instead of yellow, but I felt like the white on his suit matched to the placement of like the tattoos better, so I kept that there. And I also gave a blue edge to the eyes on the suit because the eyes on the mask because I felt like that would be a bit interesting. I don't know. I like it, so I kept it. And the background was also blue. It's just a bit darker. Back to the suit instead of the mask. Most of the color on the suit, I will admit, I did make it blue, the base at least. And I don't know, I felt like that would help the orange bits pop more, so it would give it more attention. I did have to resize up a part of his body, if I'm being honest, because I did kind of mess up with the proportion a bit. Mind you, I do draw these in a fashion figure format, which they're called croquis, and they are about 9 human heads tall. It's weird, I know. And their legs make up most of their body. So I did design it in that type of format, but I realized that Levi just kind of needed a little bit of a lengthened torso because it just looked a little too odd in my opinion. It just looked a little crushed and condensed and I didn't really like that too much. So I fixed that. And now to the coat and the stripes. So with the stripes, I decided on a yellowish orange bordering on white, and then a brighter orange, which would help add some contrast. Now the bottom stripe is the brighter orange, while the inside of the coat is also brighter orange. I wanted to kind of keep like the bright orange under the yellow, if the whitish orange, if that makes sense. I don't know. It was something I did in the heat of the moment, and I like how it turned out. Now for the tail web design thing, I decided I would throw some webs in there just so it didn't look too out of place. It fits into the spider theme, but also is a nod towards its demon form. With the sneakers, I originally wanted to make them white, but I felt like it would look a little too out of place, so I made them bright orange instead. And I gave little scales on the top of the shoes, just as another nod towards his demon form. Same with his arms, there is a small ringlet of scales around his wrists as another nod towards his demon form. I don't know, I just like making little references like that. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to introduce my Etsy shop. Purchasing something from here is a great way to support the channel. I recently added some bracelets based on the Demon Slayer Hashiras. I have one for Shinobu, one for Muichiro. Then I also have stuff for Gyome and Mitsuri. I also have some prints. This one is an OC and Gojo. Then I also have another print for Michael Myers and an OC. Then there's one for Satan from Obey Me. And then I also have one for Eddie and Enosi from Stranger Things based on the Metallica cover. And then I also have one for Lisa from Genshin Impact. There are a few more, but those are what I'm going to show you now. I restocked the boba tea earrings, and I also restocked the Pocky earrings. The boba tea earrings come in purple, pink, teal, and brown, and I also added these adorable little kitty earrings. And then along with that, there's also some monster can earrings on the site too. And recently, I started making little phone straps. I just made these two for now, but I will be making more. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to use this to help pay for my college, so any support is appreciated. You don't even have to buy something, just to share my shop on social media, and that would be great. You can find my shop on Etsy. The link is in the description down below. Now, before I start talking about the back of the suit, I just want to make a few last notes in the front part. So the netting, see-through mesh almost, is reminiscent of Leviathan's demon form, but instead of having it like a dark gray in the demon form, I changed it to a darker orange. That way it would tie in the suit better, the gray would look a little out of place. And I also put a darker blue around the vest portion of his coat as another reference towards his everyday clothes. Now with the back, I wanted to keep the design fairly simple, and mainly the focus is supposed to be on the front. I decided that it would have the same spider shape on the back. I don't know, I think that might be like a whole group thing with all of them. They're all gonna have that little spider dude somewhere. And I don't know, I want to make them all a team, in a sense. I want to turn this into a comic. I just need to get all of the character designs done first, which is what all of this is. And currently I'm already working on the suit for Beelzebub. I have Satan and Asmo done, and I'm just working on the voiceovers as we speak. So with the spider on the back, I decided to make it a brighter orange, just so it stands out. With Mammon and Lucifer's spider, they're more low-key. Lucifer's spider is like the clip to his tie, but it's a black, so it's not very noticeable unless he's facing you and his head is up. With Mammon's, it's also not the most noticeable thing off his suit. Mind you, it is kind of noticeable since it's literally his belt buckle and it's gold, so makes sense. But yeah, like I said, with the back of Levi's suit, it's pretty simple. It's just the spider on the back, that's the only thing that changes. And like I do with all of them, I have to do a test drawing. The test drawing is basically just so that I can figure out, like, hey, is this doable for me? Can I replicate this more than once? Is this something that I'm comfortable with drawing, and does it take forever to draw? Because if I were to ever turn this into a comic, I can't spend an ungodly amount of time on drawing one panel where the suit pops up. I want to be able to make this into a fun comic series where I'm able to actually publish parts of the comics in a timely manner and not like keep it that it only gets published like every other month or so. Now I want like really small chapters, like every week to 2 weeks. I know that this is like a huge undertaking for one person, so I'm just focusing on getting the designs out of the way right now. I'm also scripting the story, so that's also another thing that I need to do. And yeah, I am drawing his hands separately, just so I have a good reference. And also, like, I'll admit it, I'm not good at drawing hands. Like, they're not my strong suit. I just wanted to make sure that the hand was right, it didn't look too out of place, and I'll admit I did move the coat over a little too close to his legs, but this is all stuff that'll be fixed like when it's published, you know? This is just my reference sheet for my characters, and so I don't have to be constantly looking back like, oh shit, did I forget the tie clip? Did I forget the little diamonds on his face? Was this webbing supposed to be here? That type of thing. It's just so that I can keep this consistent. But after I finish the orange details on this, all I have to do is put in that little mesh window at the bottom. I don't know, it's one of my favorite parts of the suit. Not because I like strong, muscular guys. No, 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 it's not that at all. But this is the final design of the suit. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let me know which suit you're excited for. Here's an art piece that I made recently. It would really mean a lot if you went over to my Instagram to leave a like on it and just leave a comment. I work really hard on both my videos and my art, so it just really means a lot. And it also just helps me reach more people and get my art seen. So I would really appreciate if you did that.